Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From whenever you're watching this channel, there was this growing concern when William Ruto toured the northeastern region that Somalis will come in their numbers, get IDs, get registered as voters, then they would easily help William Samoei Ruto stay in power. I mean, you've all heard what DUALE talked about, the almost 3 to 4 million votes that would come from Somali. Assume 3 million votes all go to William Ruto. That was supposed to protect William Ruto from becoming a one-term president. You see, the move there, when that was communicated, was that those votes were going to replace the Mount Kenya votes that have left William Ruto. But then, based on IEBC tally right now, considering the pace with which people are being registered for to be voters.
The continuous voter registration exercise rolled out by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission in September has seen a low turnout for new voters, especially the youth. The IEBC in a statement has indicated that voter registration among the youth remains lower than expected.
There is a particular case here where IEBC said only 18 people register in entire county in latest IEBC update. There was that kind of story that was shared, that only 18 had registered. If at all they're targeting 3 million as alleged by DUALE, unless DUALE is telling us, unless maybe there's another way these numbers are not being revealed. But if at all the target by DUALE was 3 million to 4 million over the Somali votes, if at all that was the target, we could be hearing like today we got 100,000 people, new registered members. But if you could get a figure like 18, then what does it mean in reference to what DUALE said? Does it mean that the plan is not going to work? I'd like us to delve into this story that IEBC has considered an alarming low turnout. You see, people are not showing up to take voters card. There are two reasons. One, maybe there's the issue of voter apathy, or people don't trust the IEBC anymore. Of course, the issue of trusting IEBC is also another factor, because you all know the previous elections have never been open. That's the main reason why I think the IEBC people feel that this is just an exercise ya kuharibiana time. So they even consider, the Kenyans even consider staying away from it. See, that's a very bad sign. That's a sign that in 2027, even people going to turn out for voting will be low. Let me take you back to 2022 before we continue this story of IEBC stalemate. In 2022, the main reason why RAILA ODINGA did not get a good lead over William Ruto was because many of his supporters, or many people, did not vote. They didn't turn up to vote simply because they did not believe in the system. That was a very alarming observation back then. Now, this time round, the expectation probably was that because people are discontented with this government, then many new comers would come on board and register for votes. Many of them would register for the votes because registered as a voter, because that is the only weapon they can use to deal with William Ruto. You see, there is no any other way you can remove William Ruto from power. The easiest way is to vote him out. Let's quickly visit the story by IEBC. The IEBC has urged local leaders to mobilize residents to participate in the registration before the deadline. And this is what one county commissioner said. Elections begin with the registration. If you don't register, you lose your voice in deciding who leads you. However, some residents say they are frustrated by repeated unfulfilled promises from politicians, arguing that voting no longer brings real change. Citizens pointed to harsh economic conditions, claiming that survival now takes precedence over politics. Civil society groups are calling for immediate intervention, suggesting more voter education campaigns and door-to-door awareness drives These numbers are a national embarrassment. We can't talk about democracy when people no longer believe their votes matter. With the next general election drawing closer, IEBC faces growing pressure to restore public confidence and mobilize Kenyans, especially the youth, and participate effectively in shaping the country's leadership. So, to cut this long story short, IEBC is concerned about numbers. Few people are coming on board to register as voters, whereas we were told by DUALE back then that they would target 3 million from the northeastern region, collectively, 3 million new votes. So this 3 million, just like explained, were going to enforce William Ruto's presidency beyond 2027, you know. But because this is not happening, we can as well say that kimeumana. Now, based on this little analysis, ladies and gentlemen, concerning the low turnout, what would you say is the main reason? Because if people are not happy with this regime, the expectation is that new voters would come in their numbers, get registered in preparation for removing the person who's occupying the highest office in the land, who is William Ruto. But because this is happening, you know, that is people staying away from registration, again, that's a very bad sign. It is either people don't feel that this institution can do something meaningful, or they feel that Ruto will do everything possible to stay in power. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.